And now, a word from
Infirmary Media.
It's time for Blumpkin&Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend,
Number one fan, Tim.
Have you ever gone somewhere that's supposed to be super fun, and then your kids just whine and complain the whole time and say they're bored and ruin it for you?
Yes. Lots of times, actually.
Go on.
One time that really sticks out is Demolition Derby at the county fair.
Uh-huh.
I kept telling the kids about it, and they were all excited. Like, you get to watch cars smash into each other and everything, and sometimes one catches on fire, and I'm talking it up, and it's like, and I'll teach you kids how to gamble on that. You know, we'll go down there with some money, and we'll each bet $1 on something. You pick the car that you like, and yeah, I did that. And we get there, and I had earmuffs for all of them, so they couldn't be like, oh, it's too loud. It wasn't a terribly hot day or anything, but yeah, sure as shit, like 2 races in, I'm bored. We want to go get something to eat, and I'm just like, no, I want to sit here and watch this. There's only like 5 more heats, and then it's done. And we ended up leaving like after the 4th one. They wouldn't sit still. They wouldn't stop whining. And they're like, well, we want to go on rides. Like, I didn't bring money to go on rides. I brought money to get us in and go watch cars smash into each other. That's what we came here for. The one thing they did find interesting that I thought they were going to be bored at was when we took them to the Renaissance Festival. They had a blast all day long.
Well, that's good.
That was good, because what you pay to get in there can be expensive.
Yeah, no shit. Well, here's the inspiration for this episode. It was last night. I got a text from other Neil. Hey, I got 2 free tickets to the Wild preseason game tonight.
Oh, nice.
Well, the wife couldn't go, and I didn't really know anybody else that could go. So then I'm just like, why don't you ask your ex if we can take your son? Which he did, and the dirty Bia promptly said, no, he's spending time with me tonight.
You bitch!
His ex gives
The beast
a run for her money
Oh, okay.
in the cuntiness department.
Is that the best friend of?
of the beast.
No, this is other Neil's ex.
Okay.
She doesn't have a nickname.
Okay. Well, I remember you did the
The beast.
and the Bandit, I think it was.
Yeah, that was
The
the
beast's
best friend.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it's the same person.
The cum-guzzling bandit. 'Cause she's a whore. A giant whore.
Okay.
Anyway, so here's the deal. I end up taking little E. I suggest, fuck it. I'll take my stepdaughter.
Okay.
And it took her like 20 minutes to get ready when it should have taken 3. And then we're in the car for 35 minutes from home down to the XL Energy Center, down to where we could park. And then we had to walk 5 blocks. So she's complaining. She's like, how long have we been in the car? I'm like, I don't know, 28 minutes. Shut up. We still got to go on our 2 exits and then park.
Stare out the windows and see things you don't see every day.
God damn it. And then, of course, we're walking. She's like, how far is it? My legs hurt. I'm like, it's too fucking bad.
Well, I got the little toothpick legs.
She's wearing goddamn, not like Ugg boots, but something similar.
Off-brand Ugg boots.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like boot slippers. We finally get in there. We get the tickets. They're sitting lower bowl. Other Neil and his fiance, because he got engaged. Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
And then me and little E are sitting upper tier.
We're
We're in the very back row.
With each other.
He had a free set that his sister got, and then his fiance got a free set from work, and they didn't want to waste them.
Okay.
So I'm just like, fuck it, we'll take the nosebleeds. Oh, we can switch. I'm like, no, you guys sit down low. I like sitting nosebleeds at hockey games.
Well, that way you can actually see what the hell's going on the ice. That's where I prefer to be.
So we're in the very back row.
Like the wall?
There's no wall, but there's like a bar bench.
Okay.
There. People can lean on a bar and watch. That's like the back row, but we're the very back seated row. And we're sitting there. 5 minutes go by, and she's like, I'm bored. This is boring. I'm like, fuck you!
Just ruin it for me, why don't you?
Like, I was already tired and almost wanted to pass on the tickets because I wanted to go to bed early. But I thought I'd be nice and take her, for like a bonding outing. I'm bored.
Well, why don't you count how many times that little black thing goes in the net over there?
She couldn't even see the goddamn puck.
She need glasses?
I don't know. I'm pointing. I'm like, see the puck? She's like, I don't see it. I'm like, there it is over there. Follow where the puck's going. She's like, I don't see a puck.
Call up other nail. We need to change seats. She can't see anything.
I seriously looked at her. I'm like, it's not 1994 on Fox. All right? There's no tracer effect on the fucking puck for the people at home to watch where it's going.
That's right. They used to do that, didn't they?
Yeah, and it was awesome.
Huh.
You could see where the puck was at all times because there was that tail tracer on it.
I forgot they did that.
Yeah.
They only did it the 1 year, didn't they?
One or two. So
Bring that back.
People were giving them shit about it. I'm like, why? It's helpful. That was before I was really even into hockey. Right? 15 minutes in, so another 10 minutes go by. She's like, can we go home? I'm like, no! Motherfucker, I never get to do anything anymore, and it's mostly your fault. Because I get no off days. There's no kid days anymore.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Jesus Christ. And she wants to go home, which is fucking bullshit. And when something does happen that's great, like a guy from the Winnipeg Jets who they were playing, somebody went for a slap shot on the Wild. I think it was Jason Zucker. And the puck wasn't flat, all right? It was kind of flipping. It went up, careened off the ice, and into a dude's face and hit him right in the goddamn eye.
Ow.
And he goes down and he's grabbing his face. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, serves you right, bitch. Should have worn a visor. And she's like, I don't get what that means. I'm like, they were protective eyewear. Fuck off. God, you're terrible to take with the sporting
That's an
event.
opportunity to teach her, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's bad enough taking a woman to a sporting event that doesn't understand it. Like when
The Beast
and I went to the Wild game on Valentine's Day years ago, and by the end of the night, I wanted to throw her off the upper concourse ledge and let her fall 3 levels to her death.
Well, that's different.
She was an annoying drunk. No, at one point,
The Beast
said, and I quote, how many quarters are left? And this chick in the row in front of us looks back like, are you fucking serious? I just look at her like,
She's not from here?
I did the same hands up shrug of the shoulders that my dad did the time that he and my mom were at that IGA Foods in Duluth. And he asked her to pass the food down the conveyor to him so he could bag it. And then she made the comment, I'm not your And then my dad notices there's a black man standing behind her who obviously heard, and he just goes, and he walks out and leaves her.
I would too. Shit. I don't know this woman.
Right. So it's not bad enough that I took a woman who doesn't care about the sport to a sporting event. I took a fucking 8-year-old to a sporting event that she should have enjoyed because she figure skates. That's why we thought she'd like it.
I'll be honest. The difference between figure skating and hockey, those people don't mix.
I know, but they're on ice. All right? She should have been.
That doesn't mean shit.
There's
They
constant...
do not see eye to eye.
No.
Hockey's not interested in figure, and figure's not interested in hockey.
I know, but there's constant movement, just like in the NBA. Not like football where you blow a whistle and then they call a new play and then you have a play for 3 to 10 seconds and then you wait.
If you're lucky, it's 3 to 10 seconds.
Or baseball where you basically could stick your thumb on your ass and hope that something happens. And the greatest thing that could go on in that sporting event is nobody hits the ball.
Or somebody actually gets hit with the ball.
I fucking wish that would happen.
I've never been to a sporting event where that happened. Well, baseball. God, baseball's boring. Every year, Mrs. Number One's Fans Company does a picnic for the St. Paul Saints. Mm-hmm. And she always likes to go. I usually go. But I'm almost like the kids, like, can we leave? I'm bored. Because sporting event, just... let alone minor league baseball, like even major league baseball, it's fucking boring. I can't sit there and watch it. Even with their new stadium, we went there last summer or summer before? It was summer before.
I like how you're asking me like I have any input and ability to help you recollect.
But we drove down there. We brought Turtle with. And actually, we didn't get the I'm bored thing. But she wanted to eat a shitload of food.
Well, she's a big kid.
Yeah, she's big. But
How old is she now?
She's 8.
She's the biggest goddamn 8-year-old I've ever seen.
She's huge. And
she's even bigger than my niece from Brazil.
Eater. That's the problem. She's sneaking food into her room and eating it when we're not looking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so we're trying to combat that.
Just make her drink more water. Drink more, eat less.
That's what I've been trying to tell her. Working on it. Anyway, getting back on subject here. She didn't give me the bored shit there, but I'm always like, I'm bored, I want to go home. Now, if it was hockey or football, I'm into that shit. I love hockey and football. I like watching it. Like, I'm not like, I couldn't tell you who the hell's, I can't even tell you who the Viking quarterback is right now.
It's Kirk Cousins.
Good for you. I just like to watch.
I don't even like to watch. Football's dead to me.
I haven't watched a game yet this year, to be honest, but you know what actually is good? I saw a couple of good clips from like high school football and college football. Some of those are pretty good.
Watch college because they have more trick plays. And then just watch the highlights so you don't have to spend your whole Saturday watching a bunch of schools for the people you're never going to hear about again.
Did you see the one where the one team kicked off, the dude caught it, and he just kind of bounced on his feet and just stood there? And as the people came to attack him, they all stopped and they all kind of started walking away. And then he just took off fucking running because there was no whistle.
Yeah, it's because he pretended to make the fair catch motion.
Yeah.
And they bought it. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
And there was no whistle played. I like that clip.
Yeah. Well, better than the guy taking the puck to the face. Another guy took a stick to the face and went down.
Oh, shit. God, what's worse?
Probably the stick. The puck's like getting hit with a baseball. The stick can fucking slice you open and you'll bleed all over the place, which is why...
Puck, if the angle of the puck, I mean, it's not a sharp edge, but if that hits a certain part of your face, you're split.
Yeah, maybe. But
that
part of your forehead where you're pointing is covered by your helmet.
It's not that much. You could do your cheek, too.
Your cheek, yes. But the funny thing is like you said, split you open, is he grabs his face like he's bleeding and he starts skating off all slow. And I'm like, oh, you must have bruised his vagina. Think he's going back to the locker room.
Get back in there and fucking play.
Not a single goddamn comment from her. I said vagina. She didn't even notice. She was too busy spacing out. I'm like, these are high quality fucking insults.
Fine, let her space out. That way she's not bugging you.
No, then she starts bouncing on the chair.
It sounds like you got a really good game to go. I've never seen an injury at a hockey game. I've seen fist fight. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've never seen somebody hit with a puck. I was hit with a puck playing hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me right in the fucking right shoulder, sent me to the ground.
There was that time I was playing baseball with Danny, and I just walloped the fucking ball and drove it right back at the pitcher's mound and hit him right in the middle of the chest.
Oh, ow.
And he went down, he's grabbing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking sorry.
I just killed him!
And then I'm laughing. I'm like, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because holy shit, I didn't expect. Are you all right? He's like, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's one of the handful of like happy Danny memories I have. And now, Jeremy Irons raps.
Do it for the capital, Wally Ovechkin. SB hundreds. Yes, dear, I'm on that venison. More or less Lindros. Flyer than the rest of them? Mind my intentions, they ain't nothing similar. Sideways, talk will get your neck like Zednik.
That was Jeremy Irons raps.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
There were a total of 6 goals scored while we were there. I witnessed one of them. One time she's talking to me, and I turn, and Winnipeg scores, and I went, shit! And another time, like, I'm watching the action, and then she wants to get up to go to the bathroom, so I look down the row, I fucking miss another one. And then we go to the bathroom, and I miss another one.
That's fine.
I got to see a pretty sweet wraparound goal. You know, he goes from behind the net to come around and just swing it in. Chip shot. And then the goal after that, I also missed, but just narrowly. Like, it was 1-0 Wild when we showed up. It ended up 4-3. At least they won. But still, I missed all the goals because of her. Basically.
Yeah, you did. She screwed you out of some victory there.
Yeah, much the same way that the Juice fucked me over when I took her to go see Ring of Honor. And I missed major portions of the villain Marty Skrull versus Ken Anderson while she was in the bathroom taking a poop, and I'm standing there down the fucking hallway from where she's pooping, hoping that she can figure it out by herself, and this cop keeps giving me looks because I'm standing right there in the doorway looking towards the bathroom, looking at the ring, looking towards the bathroom, looking towards the ring. It was a whole fucking miserable experience just for that match alone. So, Little E kept asking me how much time was left. And I'm like, it's the first period. Then there's an intermission. What's that? A pause for 20 minutes. And then they play for 20 minutes. And then there's another pause for 20 minutes. And then they play a third period for 20 minutes.
Dude, and that's the good thing about hockey is it gets done quickly.
2.5 hours on average.
Yeah. Versus when I've gone to a Vikings game, it's like 4 fucking hours.
Intermission 1, we sat there most of the time. And then we got up to go to the bathroom, and there was a guy selling beer. Well, I didn't know he was going to stop behind me, so I walked away from the crowd of people because I really had to cut ass. And I fucking let a nasty one go. Not sound-wise, but smell-wise. I'm like, walk, 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 walk. And she's like, why? I'm like, I farted. And she's laughing. She's like, where did you... I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, just say it out loud so nobody looks.
And then after we went to the bathroom, I'm like, fuck it, there's still, X amount of minutes left. So we walked a lap around the concourse, and I crop dusted the whole time. It was a good feeling. The second intermission, we went for another little walk again. Just a little one.
Yeah.
Gave her another bathroom break. Because I had bought a hot dog. And she needed to wash her hands badly. Because we split the hot dog. And then she decided to eat the hot dog. And then eat the bun. But then she's like looking at her fingers like, what is this? It's the breading. I'm like, don't fucking sit there and finger bang the bun. And she's like, what does that mean? I'm like, just fucking put it in your mouth. Shut up. And then we get back, and there was this dude and his fucking linebacker of a girlfriend. She was the big woman. I don't mind that she was a big woman sitting in front of me. Here's where it became a problem, and I wanted to say something. Third period starts, boyfriend's off doing I don't know what. Maybe hitting on a skinnier girl. She is sitting, not on the seat, but with the seat up on top of it, and her thighs resting on the armrests.
No, that way she can let her hips rest.
Yeah.
Being squeezed in that little
That
chair.
makes her a whole foot taller, so her sitting down, and she's got her ponytail in an updo. So it's like sitting behind somebody who's 7 feet fucking tall. And if you were sitting behind me, you saw me do this. All right, just picture me staring forward with an object in front of me eclipsing my view. And there's action. I'd look to the left, and I'd see what the puck's doing. And then if it went towards the net, I'd go to the right, and I kept going back and forth around her, waiting for the bitch to, like, hear me. Or Little E to go, what are you doing? I'm like, can't fucking see. And I didn't want to be an asshole that time because it's preseason and I'm too tired to be a dick about it. But I really wanted to be like, hey, are you going to block my fucking view the whole time or are you done stretching out there, sweetness?
Should have said something.
Nah, she eventually fucking sat her fat ass down because her boyfriend came back and he sat down. So she looked at him like, oh, I should probably sit down. And fuck off.
I should probably sit down.
Yeah.
Now, when I did go there with Mrs. Number One Fan, I went to use the bathroom, and went past this U.S. bank stand that they had there. You know, they're trying to get new clients or whatever. Mm-hmm. Two extremely gorgeous girls just like, God, I really want to stand here and talk to you. I have no interest in being with U.S. Bank, but I got to go hang out with my fiancé. So it was hard to leave. Sorry if she ever hears this, but yeah, it was very early when we were dating.
The best part of the night for her, for Little E, and ironically, she did throw out, I wish that there were figure skaters here. I'm like, why? They can't fucking hit each other. They're just twirling around and acting all like, oh, look how graceful I am. It's ridiculous. Other Neil, during the third period, Other Neil and his fiance come and sit next to us because the rest of our row cleared out to one side. There was just some fucking teenagers staring at their phones on the other side of Little E.
They get tired of smelling you?
No, I wasn't farting when we were in the row.
Okay.
I farted exclusively in the concourse during intermissions.
Okay, at least you're considerate of your neighbors.
I have some tact. All right, if I'm going to fart my ass off at a public sporting event, I'm going to do it when there's a bunch of people around and they can't pin it on any one person. Knowledge from experience. Other Neil's fiance has a few mini donuts left. Hands it to Little E, which is great because she shut the fuck up and ate for a few minutes so we could talk and watch the game. Mm-hmm. Like uninterrupted. Until she turns to me and goes, look, She's taken the mini donut and used it like lipstick, and she's got a fucking sheen of sugary cinnamon crap on her lip. And then she puts it on her cheek, and I'm like, oh my God, did I bring a retarded person to the game with me? What the fuck?
She's just being cute.
No, that's not cute.
That's just being cute.
Because she's like making puckery faces, and it's fucking falling off her and getting on me. Don't get me full of sugar and cinnamon, you bia.
Okay, well, that's like when Mrs. Number One Fan dumped a bag of sugar on me when we were at this county fair in front of one of my coworkers.
Wow.
It was an accident. It was just all over my arm. So now that particular coworker, her name is Sam. I'll use her real name. She likes to bring sugar daddies to work and leave them on my desk. Yeah, I throw them in the garbage.
You know how you can fix that? Show her your penis.
I like to keep my job.
Trust me, I don't think that can backfire. Wink. So you have any other instances when kids have ruined an event for you? Something fun? Going anywhere else? Because I've got listener submissions. A few.
I need a little bit of time to think. So go ahead and read those off.
Going to the crowd, we got Nurse Ashley and her common law partner. They have a 10-year-old daughter. They took her to a haunted hayride. She cried and screamed at the characters the whole time, ruined their trip.
You didn't see that one coming down the pipe?
I don't know. Here's your wife. Everywhere I go with them. Here's my friend.
She doesn't like taking the kids anywhere.
Yeah, our buddy J-Mo that moved to Phoenix, Arizona, because his dad got a job there.
Okay.
So his wife and I, we still keep in touch, and the kids send letters. She goes, everywhere? Ha, ha, ha. I'm like, no, come on.
We need specifics.
Right, and by the way, she said that before your wife did, so I'm giving credit to her.
Okay.
And then she's like, we had a hit or miss at Twins games. They liked running around the aisles more than the games, and usually by the third inning, they'd be yelling it was boring and asking to leave. Fuck! Oh, here's another good one from her. We took the boys to a carnival. We didn't realize all the rides were for people 42 inches tall or shorter. And J-Mo had a terrible time because he was too tall and couldn't go on any of the rides and said it was, quote, the worst day of his life. Ouch.
I guess a couple of times when they were much younger, taking them to the movies. You'd think that a kid sitting at a theater with like fucking a 55-foot wide screen with as much popcorn as they could possibly eat with a giant-ass fucking soda, become a nice dad. You'd think they would be just glued to that screen watching a kid's movie. You know, it's not like I brought them to go see Friday the 13th or anything.
Why not?
Because I don't know if they like that. Apparently, though, Drama loves horror movies.
Great.
Yep, she's seen Nightmare on Elm Street, and she liked it. But no, after a half hour into it, they can't sit still. They're getting up, they're switching seats, they're trying to talk to each other. It's Bubba and Turtle constantly needing to go to the bathroom. I think it's because they just go out and screw around.
I'm nodding. I fucking hate that. I won't take my kids to the movies because the one time I did, I took Chi-Chi to see Moana, and then she cried at the end because she said it was a sad movie. And it wasn't, because it ended happy. So this was before they figured out the big fucking island broad. I don't know. Anyways, she had to go to the bathroom like 3 times, and then we got home that night, and I found out she had lice.
Oh, nice.
So I never want to see Moana again.
Moana gave her lice.
Fuck shit!
Here's another time. My parents bought us tickets to Sesame Street Live, because I have a habit of taking the juice. It's a tradition. Chi-Chi had never gone, so she finally got to go. And guess what?
Bored?
She gets bored.
I like Chi-Chi.
And just to be nice, the Beast came with.
That's not nice.
To corral her so me and the juice could have a good time. And the whole time, Chi-Chi's fucking whining. This is boring. I want to go home. I don't like it. I'm like, fuck you. You don't like Sesame Street like the juice does. She's having a gay old time. This is awesome.
We took the kids to go see Madagascar live. I think it's at the State Theater. And we only got a little bit of the I'm bored thing or whatever. Impatience, I should say it. Because they have the intermissions from Turtle. But I think at that time she was only like 3 or 4.
Uh-huh.
Other than the Demolition Derby thing, it's like most places I take the kids, I don't get the I'm bored thing. Unless I'm driving a long ways to go somewhere. You know, I guess you could say Turtle was a little bit bored last weekend because I drove up to Pine City and I moved one boat from there to Rush City, and then I went back up to Pine City and pulled the boat out of the water, and we're trying to winterize it and everything. And I can understand her being bored, even though I says, you know, you go play at the park. You can go walk around a campground. You don't have to fucking sit in the truck.
But yet she sat in the truck.
She sat in the truck, or she sat in the chair next to where we were working, and it's like, I'm bored. When are we going home? So we're going home when it's time to go home.
I would have been like, when I'm fucking done.
But that doesn't really
So
count.
grab a sponge and start scraping off muscles.
That doesn't really count, though, because it's not like I was there to have fun. So I was there working.
I took the juice to Ring of Honor, a wrestling event. And at one point, the action spills out into the crowd. And the Motor City Machine Guns and the Briscoe brothers are fighting it out. And she starts crying and says, I want to leave, I want to leave. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to hurt my sister. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Because you said they're brothers and they're hurting each other. I'm like, no, those two guys are brothers. Kicking the other guy's asses. They're friends. You fuck it. You know what? Fuck
This
you.
is not an example of how you beat up your sister.
Like, nobody's telling
Well,
you
could
that
be
you
used
got to
for that.
fucking sit there and grab somebody's chair and ping it off her fucking face.
You know who we should talk to about taking my kids somewhere and possibly getting the on board thing?
Danny Heinrich?
Well, my brother, because he's taken Pubert and Bubba to Vikings games.
Oh.
I know the one when he was driving there, he had Bubba sitting in the back. I think Bubba was about 5. And he's like, he heard Bubba playing around back there. All of a sudden he hears, oops. And then he hears the window roll back up. He didn't think anything of it. But my brother had one of those Vikings flags that goes in your window.
Mm-hmm.
Bubba rolled the window down too far. It went, it took right with the wind.
You completely glazed over that name I just dropped. You have no idea who that is, do you?
No,
Danny Heinrich?
don't know who that
That's
is.
the guy who confessed to murdering Jacob Wetterling.
Oh, okay.
That was a quality joke about getting rid of your kids, and
Oh.
you completely missed. Swing and a
Sorry.
miss. So you know how I mentioned the teenagers that were sitting in our row playing on their phones?
Yeah.
So we're going to go off on a strange sexual sidebar.
Oh, dear.
I want you to picture a teenage girl sitting at a sporting event.
This isn't starting out well.
Just follow me here. It's all comedy. It's all comedy.
All right.
All right. Here's a girl who's at a hockey game. Her dad took her, but she's too busy playing on her phone. And while she's there, so the girl's on her phone and she's speaking to her boyfriend on Snapchat. And he asks her what she's doing. She's like, I'm in a hockey game with my dad. He's like, oh, yeah? Can you see her phone? I don't know why. And then message sending. And then she gets a dick pic from her boyfriend.
Dude.
So she's sitting there on her phone. And something happens in the game. And her dad's like, yeah. And he throws his hands up. In the process, he hits her phone, which goes flying off the upper deck down into the lower bowl. It lands in some old lady's lap, who picks it up, and she sees, oh my God, and she throws it because there's a teenage kid's dick right there on the phone. She throws it, it goes a couple rows forward and lands in some little girl's popcorn. So she picks it up and looks, and she screams, and she throws it, and it lands right up on the first row up along the glass there on the boards into some gay guy's lap, who picks it up and goes, and then texts his phone number. That's what it made me visualize, these fucking kids that are off there texting and playing on their phone apps.
I saw this thing on Facebook. At a baseball game, the cameraman was watching these 6, 7, 8 chicks in the upper deck, and they were all on their phones, and the commentators started commenting on it. And it was actually quite funny, some of the stuff they were talking about. Like, the one girl took a selfie, and he goes, it's like, ooh, that's the nicest of the 300 pictures I took of myself today.
And now, Jeremy Irons raps.
And you eating salad. But we will be skating through. I am Sidney Crosby. You probably ain't made it, dude.
That was Jeremy Irons raps.
Hey, Sidebar. You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
Just before we get to the portion of the show where it's time to play a game, I just want to throw a shout out to some random cute little blonde girl wearing a number 69 Dougie Glatt jersey.
Nice.
Did you ever see the movie Goon?
No.
Oh, fuck off. It's the... I hate to say this, as much as I love Slapshot, I like Goon better by a little bit.
What's Goon about?
Stifler, Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Stifler plays Dougie Glatt, and he can fight. So
They have him join a hockey team.
They have him join a small hockey team.
Is that called Goon? I thought it was called something else. I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's called Goon, and there's a second one called Goon 2, Last of the Enforcers.
And the whole build-up to that movie was him beating up a guy that usually beats up other guys when they're playing hockey.
Yeah. So anyway,
I didn't like that movie very much.
His jersey number is 69.
Okay.
Because when they're picking numbers, his friend goes, "Pick 69 because it's hilarious." So I'm looking, and there's a girl that looks like she's wearing a New York Islanders jersey. And it says 69. I'm like, glad. I'm like, oh my God, she's got a jersey from Goon?
See, I would like that for a whole different reason, but...
Because it says 69?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd probably rather have her for the 69 than the jersey. But still, points to you, whoever
her.
you were. Blonde who's never going to hear this. We've reached the point of the show where it's time to play a game.
If it's RPS, I'm going to be really bummed out.
Why?
Because I suck at it.
Well, that's good. Because you're playing the RPS challenge.
God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin and Friends proudly brings to you the Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge, Championship of the World! There's a T. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In case we go to overtime, you're going up against somebody whose name starts with a G. Graham of It Radio.
Okay. I beat him once before, I think.
I don't know.
I think I did.
I don't know. I just want you to know that the following competition is set for one fall with 5 hands. It is an RPS exhibition non-title match. In this corner, we have number 1 fan Tim, who's best known for losing to my 5-year-old, beating me only once, and then dominating his wife.
In more ways than one.
Ouch. You are a 2-time RPS Intercontinental Championship Challenge champion.
That's better than one.
In the other corner, the challenger, Graham of It Radio.
Mecca like a high, Mecca. Fuck!
Who has not been on a very good streak as of late and is also a 2-time RPS Intercontinental Championship Challenge champion. However, he has the most title defenses in one reign, I think. He's tied with Nurse Ashley, who had 4. They've each had 4 title reigns. They passed the title back and forth of you. Anyway, on with the show. We do not have a ring bell, but we have a pen. Hand number 1.
Rock.
There's a real shocker there. A guy picking rock. He chose paper. Point for Graham.
I thought for sure he was going to go with fucking scissors because he knows that I would go with paper because most guys go with rock.
Well, I didn't tell him who he's facing.
It's not working.
See, here's his strategy. He just gives them to me really fast. I just say, send me your hands.
See, like I bet
I don't tell him
play
who
it
he's
better
going
if I'm
against.
doing the 1, 2, 3. You know,
You're making a lot of jerky off emotions.
that's how you play. You jerk it when you play paper rock scissors.
Hand number 2.
Scissors. I don't give a shit anymore.
Well, good for you. You picked scissors. He picked a rock. Down to
I already-
nothing.
See, I already don't fucking care.
Hand number 3.
Rock.
You picked a rock. He picked a rock. No point. You now need to run the table.
Yep.
Just like in the last episode when the Juice was playing Chi-Chi in a rematch, 2 episodes ago, the Juice beat Chi-Chi. And then Chi-Chi was getting her rematch, and she had to run the table. Exact same situation. She lost. Hand number 4.
That was promising for me. I'm going to go with paper.
You went with a paper. He went with a paper. That's a tie. You lose. But we got to play it out. So just like what happened to Chi-Chi,
See?
she lost it on the 4th hand. So,
Whatever.
without further ado, your final hand of your losing effort. Hand number 5.
Paper. See, I don't give a shit anymore. I hate
You
this fucking
said
game.
paper.
You ruined this game for me.
He said a scissors.
See?
Well, 3 points to no points. He spanked you.
You lose.
Good for you. Way to try. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and Friends. We are on iTunes. Just search Blumpkin and Friends. And on Podbean at blumpkinshow.podbean.com. For original songs by yours truly, go to soundcloud.com/BlumpkinMusic, where you can now find my parody of Baby Shark entitled Greasy Shart.
Can't wait to hear it.
It's a short one, but I think it's pretty good.
I'm going to like it based off of what it's based off of.
I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
And I'm number one fan, Tim.
Good night.